Hey guys, what's up? This is Eric Thacker with iShop.com. This is going to be the 5th update for Cymbil Spellcraft, a 3-player co-op RPG. We're developing for, whatever system we can get it on. This is a big update in comparison to the last updates we've had, so I'll just get right into it. I apologize first for how I might look on webcam or how all this looks. I'm streaming at the same time, and I'm not exactly color balancing in here. And I know the headset's goofy, but, it's $50, so. Anyway, first thing that I want to talk to you about is the website. This is cymbilspellcraft.com. It is being hosted at the iShop.com domain. This is where you can go to get all the development news. We'll make an update about once a week. We'll post art. You can ask questions. You can give us feedback on what you see. We'd really appreciate it. So, there it is. And, that's a pretty big deal. Next thing is this is our Unity thread, and this is where I'll also be posting updates. But in addition, I'm really looking for feedback here, especially from developers on the game design direction. I have some questions I posted down here. They haven't been answered because there's such a saturation of these projects out there on Unity. I can understand how people just wouldn't even bother looking into them. But if it's a game that you're interested in, the kind of game you're wanting to play, Secret of Mana, Chrono Trigger, if those games were something you loved, then you may want to come in here and let me know what you feel about, if 3 players is limiting, you don't like the camera angle, stuff like that you can see right now. As more graphics, don't come in and say, hey, the graphics suck. Well, it's placeholders. That's the other thing I want to talk about in the terms of the website is that this right here, you're seeing it, and you may have got here through it. This is our own 3D streaming. On here, we'll stream when we're working on art, when I'm developing. It may seem boring, but if you want to come in here and you want to ask some questions, maybe you're a developer and you're having some problems with getting the networking working, or you have some questions about models or coloring or anything like that. If I can answer it, if I can help, I will gladly give you what service I can. And maybe you can give me some feedback in return. Well trade. Anyway, let's just jump back. The last time you probably saw the game, I had a bunch of bugs and stuff. You're going to see a few bugs here that are more or less things that I haven't got around to fixing. It's a long process, guys. I'll bring up 2 windows for networking to prove that it works. But, there's the biggest thing right now is there is a GUI that's a little more... I pulled this down from a Unity Asset Manager store. It's called Blue Button GUI or something. It's not permanent, but it's pretty nice looking in comparison to the standard buttons. I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and load up a character. I don't know if I'd pointed that out in the last game that I can actually load and save characters now, but I can. So I already have some. I'm going to load up Leon, who looks exactly like Cymbil, because I only have this here Chrono, and pretty soon I'm going to retire this Chrono guy. We got the concept art finisher Cymbil. She looks good. We're just going to build the model now, and then we go ahead and paint her, and boom, Chrono has done a fine job for what he is. He looks goofy here because he's stretched out. That's a weight problem. If anybody has dealt with Blender before, it's a nightmare. We put clothes on somebody, and if something's not weighted down, it just grabs onto whatever it can. So I'm going to go ahead and back up and start at the multiplayer side. Actually, I'm going to host a game, start it up. Over here, we're going to connect, and there's our game. Connect to it, and we're going to start it. And the first thing you're going to see is somebody's going to die. Boom! That guy's dead. And the reason is that you bring up your window here. This is Leon. I have all these stats and stuff. Now on the other side, he has the same stuff. He has all the stats and everything. And if I put him side by side, you'll actually see him moving around as a dead body. Yeah, there he goes. Good job there. He's Roshore. The problem is that these stats don't exist in the server, so they're only local. I have to find a way to send hit points. So for now, they're registering the hit points as 0. Therefore, he dies the moment he spawns in. But this is just to show you that we are connecting. It's pretty solid even. I tried to use an alternative networking library recently. It was called Lidgren for completely UDP. I wasn't fond of it. You can't do a lot of internal server calls. And the example that I actually paid for and downloaded, I would not recommend if you're trying to learn it, because it gives you this. It's on the Asset Manager store. It's called like Lidgren Basic Example, $20, and it's overpriced anyway. You buy it, you download it, you slap it on your project. You say, "Wow, I have 2 players in the game. Interpolation looks great. There's prediction. Everything's good. I'm not dealing with any network views." But then you start to find out that if you want to actually spawn like AI on the server side or give the server a player, those problems, or you might as well just go start from scratch. Even if Lidgren can do that, I'm not even sure. I'm sure it can be done. It's probably a nightmare, though. You're probably going to do a lot of redundant coding. So I went back to what I had, custom with the TCP UDP TCP for a lot of the stats and stuff, and then UDP for the interpolation on the character movements. If I'm using any terminology here, guys, that either doesn't make sense or you just don't get, I mean, it's all out there. I'm not an expert. I got this networking to work in about a week, and then I was able to fix the interpolation over the course of a few months. I had a serious problem I talked about in the last one where the scaling thing, it has something to do with position and rotation being transmitted and get in the way of scale. I don't know. I kind of fixed it. Obviously, you can see these characters aren't invisible or minuscule. But hey, look, there's a jungle. We got particles. Like I said, you got the character thing pops up now, and that's an actual thing that I ended up building in Photoshop. I mean, it works. This compass up here is borrowed from Google. There's the concept art for Cymbil. This is what we'll be trying to get her to look like in 3D. Leon and Roshua are in the works, but again, in the demo, that will be the tech demo that goes with the Kickstarter, you're only going to be able to play with Cymbil anyway. This will be the first level, the one for the demo. Don't take what you see here, the graphics, the colors. These are asset managers taken from the store. I actually did pay money for them. I do own them. I'm allowed to use them, but they aren't what I want. I even have a cartoon pack that's closer, but you know, it's a jungle, but it's not exactly what we're going for here. We're going for more of a nostalgic look, and this is a little bit too realistic. And you see a lot of this in Unity games. You see a lot of the realistic jungle, hills, rock environment stuff people just download and throw it out there in the asset manager. And I've seen some projects out there in Kickstarter get, you know, $1 million for it. Not exactly pleased about that. You know, we don't want to cheat people like that. You'll have a good demo with stuff we, you know, at least fitted to the game, not just drag and dropped it in. But for now, this is, you know, this works to show you this jungle. This guy over here on the right, that is that's an enemy. I went ahead and just used the same model because I mean, I could download a bunch more, but there's really no point. All the animations there. He's gonna chase me, and then he's gonna, you know, get fed up. I guess he's stuck on that guy, so that's fine too. I don't know if this guy's actually gonna chase me because I think he's getting spawned twice. Yeah. Oh God, he's back. Is he not interested in me anymore? Even. Oh shit, he's hitting me. Don't do that. So combat's there. I can hit him in my little wussy ass attack here. Excuse my language. And he can eventually kill me. I think I have something like 20 hit points. If he hits me 20 times, I'll go down, and then I can't move anymore to show you anything else. The rest of it's really just, I was working on a level design. I had some stuff in mind. A lot of it involved going up and down, and then I started, you know, looking through other people's games like Xi or what is it, Y Origins, Secret of Mana, and you come to realize a lot of the things I'm trying to do here they don't do for good reason. For instance, if you look over here in these cliffs, you can't really do that in an RPG from this angle because you have a lot of clipping, like you're going to see it right here. If I ever move in front of something, boom, there's our clipping. Our camera goes right into the wall, and Unity has a solution for that, but I'd just rather avoid it altogether. There's some other things here. That water particle is a drag and drop. Again, we want the water to look a little more fitting for the graphic style, which we can't even show you yet because it's not done. But I mean, if you've been keeping up, this is pretty substantial difference from last time. I do apologize for the lack of updates over the course of the holiday. You had finals for college, and then you had Thanksgiving dinner, and then you had Christmas, and then you got New Year's coming. So it is a lot of work to sit down and try to put together in a presentation for even the internet, a bunch of strangers. And I'm trying to do a little, you know, a little more interesting stuff than just, hey, look, we added a new monster. You know, I think this is a much bigger update. Chat still works. There's really nothing there. I'm gonna replace this vitals bar. This is up here as a life bar that I used as an example from Bergzerg Arcade. Really good website. If you're building a Unity project, go check those guys out. They're really good tutorials. A lot of the stuff you see here couldn't be done without their help. I mean, you know, I have lots of experience with C++ and programming and object-oriented coding and networking, but it didn't matter because Unity was a whole new thing, and it was scary at first, but the Bergzerg tutorials are really eye-opening, and once you get past all the scary parts, it's just like another programming language. So that's really it. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it again that if you have any questions or you want to talk about the game or anything, feel free to stop by the stream. I'll stream as often as I can. I will have a schedule up eventually. Stop by the website, register for the forums, drop us a note, let us know if you like what we're doing, if you hate what we're doing. We're also on Facebook, Twitter. You'll see all the links. If you're on YouTube, you're going to see them at the end here. And we'll go ahead and leave little links there for subscribe or whatever. I understand that can't expect many people to come turning out right now. It's pretty early in the game. But, you know, it's never too early to start, I suppose, especially if you're trying to get crowdfunding going. And that is it for the update, and I look forward to informing you guys on my progress very soon. And take care.